Hello and welcome to CadoinkStudios. I have for you today another pro replay between two very good players. We have today TSLPolt spawning as the red Terran in the top right corner of Shakur's Plateau, and his opponent is BtNVeSpeR spawning in the bottom left hand position of Shakur's Plateau, and he is the blue Zerg. So today we have the two players spawning in cross positions on Shakur's Plateau, so we probably won't see any early Banshee play. Probably won't see too early Mutalisks. Probably more of a straight up game, more macro oriented game, as both players have this very nice natural that is very well protected by this ramp, and they are spawning on cross position, so it should give them some time to do that, and we will probably see a fast expand coming from the Zerg player, and perhaps even one from the Terran player if he chooses to do this. Right now we see the Terran player is going to be walling off at his choke, and looks like he is going to be getting a barracks up to finish off his choke, or to help finish off his choke, so he isn't going to be going for any command center first sort of plays, and we'll be able to see how early his expansion might come if he opts not to build a gas at 13, which he does. So we do not see too early of an expansion going for TSLPolt at this time. While on the other hand, it does look like BtNVeSpeR is going to be building his expansion before his pool, so he is going for a very fast expansion. Looks like a 15 expand. Scouting out with his overlord, making sure that TSLPolt is not spawning in the close air position, and he will see very shortly that this will not be the case, and he is moving up with his drone at this time to scout TSLPolt, and very good timing by Vesper. TSLPolt will not be able to finish off this wall before Vesper can poke in and see what's going on. He's looking around, making sure there are no hidden barracks down here, making sure that TSLPolt is not doing a fast expand, so he might be able to conclude that TSLPolt's going to go for some sort of one base play at this time. We do see a gas geyser coming up for Vesper, as well as the spawning pool, and his expansion is almost finished. He will be able to start desaturating it, start mining out of that soon. And back in TSLPolt space, we do see a factory, so he is going to be going for either a 1-1-1 build, or maybe one barracks, one factory, and then putting down another barracks. And at the same time, we do see TSLPolt putting down a bunker in Vesper's natural. This is very obnoxious for Vesper. Vesper going to be attacking with 6 drones, so this is 6 drones not mining, and they're doing a lot of damage. It looks like they might be able to pick off this bunker, but TSLPolt doing a good job at making these drones go away by shooting them. And man, this bunker is just right on the verge, and here comes a few Zerglings, and yeah, that bunker's going to go down. Sadly for Polt, he does not cancel. This is very bad for Polt. He does, however, have 2 Marines, and he's able to pick off those Zerglings, which is rather obnoxious. But Vesper was really good about putting down a Spine Crawler, and the Spine Crawler is going to finish before they are able to kill it. And Vesper very successfully pushes back TSLPolt. We do see TSLPolt putting up a starport as well as getting a Hellion at this time, so we might see a Hellion drop. This is 1-1-1 play. Maybe we'll even see a Banshee harass, seeing as his opponent expanded really early. He doesn't have too much in the way of air defenses other than these queens, but if he puts down a evolution chamber, he will be able to hold that off. You do see TSLPolt moving his factory down to the low ground, probably in anticipation of making an expansion, but look at this. We do have a fusion core on the way for TSLPolt. Wow, he's rushing straight to battle cruisers. This is really interesting. I don't know how effective this play will be. And he's getting that tech lab on the starport, so very early battle cruiser play from TSLPolt. This is very interesting. You don't see this very often. In fact, you don't see battle cruisers very often, even in late game. So this is very interesting. It is quite cheesy, I would say, especially from a pro player, but hopefully it'll be effective in doing damage. We do see not too much in the way of air defenses from Vesper at this time. We do have 2 queens, but no evolution chamber, and oh, he is putting an evolution chamber down now. I don't know why he's doing this. I don't think he's scouted any kind of air. He will see these Hellions very soon, and but it was good intuition by Vesper to put down that spawning, that evolution chamber, and it will be very effective in holding off this battlecruiser rush that TSLPolt is trying to pull off here. We do see quite a bit of Marines, as well as these Hellions up in the front of Vesper's base. Going to be able to put on some early pressure to prevent Vesper from seeing this starport. Here comes a Overlord going to be picked off by these Marines, so he will not see this very sneaky battlecruiser that's coming out this time. We do see 3 Hellions out on the way, but Vesper being really good about walling off his choke. These Hellions are going to have to move through this small space, and an even smaller one now that this second spine crawler is being put down. And here comes a few Zerglings to try to pick off these Hellions. Very nice round. He is going to pick off one of them, and another Hellion coming in to reinforce, but Vesper doing a good job is going to be able to pick off 3 of the 4 Hellions, and now there's only 1 left, as well as this huge force of Marines. And they're going to be coming in doing some pressure, and at the same time we do see this battlecruiser that's on the way. TSLPolt waiting for that battlecruiser, and he's going to be in for a big surprise when he sees this battlecruiser. Here comes the battlecruiser now, but there are a lot of Zerglings on the way, and we do see a ton of SCVs here to repair. The battlecruiser are going to be trying to pick off these spine crawlers, but right as he sees that, he's putting down a spore crawler. Very nice by Vesper. And here comes all the Zerglings to try to kill off the Marines. They're doing a good job of surrounding the Marines, and the Marines are going to go down very quickly because Zergling speed, and we do see the battlecruiser being repaired by the SCVs. But the rest of TSLPolt's army is completely dead. Now it's one battlecruiser versus a bunch of Zerglings, and the Zerglings are going to be able to pick off these SCVs with ease, as well as these Marines. And we do see quite a bit of spore crawlers and queens on the way for Vesper. In fact, he's continuing to produce queens, and TSLPolt is going to try to poke around, but wow, there are 4 queens on the field at this time, and 4 queens with transfuse are going to very effectively kill this battlecruiser off, and so TSLPolt very wisely is running away with it. We do see that there's a counterattack on the way for Vesper. Vesper is sending in a bunch of Zerglings to try to poke up and do some damage. TSLPolt really needs to lift this supply depot up now, and oh, he lifts it up right in time. That was very nice by TSLPolt, but look at this. You see quite a bit of Banelings being spawned in his base. Try to do a Baneling bust on this this very walled off Terran player. More Zerglings on the way to do some reinforcements, and we do see 2 battlecruisers in Vesper's base trying to do some damage. They're going to be able to pick off these queens, but one of them is getting really low on health. They need to be careful, and at the same time here comes the Banelings. The Banelings doing terrible amounts of damage to the supply depots and to the reactor, and now TSLPolt is completely wide open with nothing but SCVs, and Zerglings are very effective against SCVs. Battlecruiser coming back to try to pick off these Zerglings, but one battlecruiser against a bunch of Zerglings is going to take a while for the battlecruiser to do enough damage to protect TSLPolt's base, while at the same time he's picking off Vesper's base with his 2 battlecruisers that are there, and this is looking very, very, very bad for TSLPolt. It's kind of a base trade at this time, but Vesper is very well protected as he has a 3rd base, and he has these spore crawlers here, as well as he's getting some more queens. We do see that TSLPolt is, well, very GG's. Wow. So, for those of you out there thinking to do some sort of battlecruiser rush play, I would very wisely say don't do that. It's not very effective, especially against a very good Zerg player who's very good at expanding and dealing with these situations and building spore crawlers and building queens. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that replay. I thought it was kind of fun. I thought it was kind of silly to see a battlecruiser rush, especially coming from a pro play. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and please comment below and subscribe, and we will see you guys later.